Ahlan, Maui and Trizzy here. In this video, we'll be showing you our time in Cairo, particularly in Giza. Keep watching as we'll show you what to expect inside of the Great Pyramid and some of the top-rated restaurants we ate at. Before heading to the iconic city of Cairo, we traveled through Egypt for about 8 days cruising down the Nile River and hitting up Luxor, Aswan, and Marsa Alam. Feel free to indulge in our other videos to see how it went. We flew from Marsa Alam to Cairo on Egypt Air. It's one of few airlines that offer direct flights to and from Cairo. We arrived in the early evening, but didn't get to our hotel until 2 hours later due to our driver being late to pick us up and Cairo's traffic being worse than traffic in our city, Los Angeles. The driver was booked directly with our hotel for $15 per person one way. Our hotel for 6 nights was the Mamlouk Pyramids Hotel, a convenient walk to the far entrance of the Pyramids of Giza, meaning the view of the pyramids from the hotel was remarkably visible. Every morning on the rooftop, we would have a superb view while eating our complimentary breakfast buffet. During the included high tea hour, we watched the sun go down as the pyramids and Sphinx were illuminated in the night. A majestic way to display one of the remaining ancient wonders of the world. Some nights we stayed on the hotel rooftop to eat dinner.
Right, here's the real Happy Thanksgiving meal.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Hey! In general, Mamlouk offered the comfort and convenience we were looking for at a price of $70 per night. We stayed in a spacious room with a clean bathroom and were given 2 complimentary water bottles daily. The downside would be that the Wi-Fi was spotty. Now you're probably wondering what the heck we did for 6 nights around Giza. Well, we booked the hotel for 6 nights, but spent 3 days on a Siwa Oasis tour and 1 day out in Alexandria. These will be separate videos in our Egypt playlist. This is how we spent the rest of our time in Giza. We didn't go to the pyramids, we just looked at it from our rooftop. We're definitely joking. As you've heard and read a billion times, the Pyramids of Giza is a must visit. At this point, it might be overly hyped for tourists, but we didn't think so. It's definitely jaw-dropping and bigger than you can imagine. We hired a photographer that was also a tour guide for our visit. The admission for the pyramids was 240 Egyptian pounds, $8 USD. If you wish to go inside the hot, stuffy Great Pyramid, it's an additional 440 Egyptian pounds, $15 USD. Which we did, and our guide had us go inside the pyramid before we took our photos. Not the wisest thing to do. We were dripping sweat, bumping shoulder to shoulder with incoming traffic,
Hello. Good job.
and hunching down most of the way to get to the anticlimactic King's Chamber.
It's really tight in there. Oh my gosh. Y'all really doing it. Good job, guys.
You'll realize it's about the journey and not the destination.
Okay. We're almost there.
Once in the chamber, you'll see a granite sarcophagus which once held the mummy of Pharaoh Khufu. The path you walked to get to the King's Chamber was the same path used when bringing tombs in and out of the pyramids. While you're en route, you start to wonder how the hell that happened because we can barely get ourselves through it. Without a doubt, ancient Egyptians and their way of operation were impressive. If you're planning to go inside the pyramids, we highly suggest you have a portable fan with you.
We're inside the Great Pyramid right now, and look, I'm dripping.
We made it back out looking a hot mess for our photo shoot, but we cleaned up nice though. Our guide Hossam brought us around the grounds of the pyramids explaining the history to us. The pyramids were built as mausoleums for Pharaoh Khufu in the Great Pyramid, Khafra in the second biggest, and Menkaure in the smallest. Believe it or not, these pyramids were once covered in a smooth limestone coating, but have been mostly eroded over time due to earthquakes, vandalism, and aging. From a distance, you'll be able to see that there are actually 9 pyramids total. The other 6 belongs to the pharaoh's queens, mothers, and daughters. If you want to capture a panoramic photo of all 9 pyramids, you'll be able to purchase a camel ride from vendors that will take you to the location. We respectfully opted out. You'll constantly be bothered by vendors, but having a good tour guide like Hossam, who will shoo them away if they get too aggressive, helps you enjoy your time at the pyramids. We walked over to the Great Sphinx, passing the workers' village where builders of the pyramids used to reside. And here we are, looking at the Great Sphinx. Unbelievable. This is a colossal 240 feet long by 60 feet high sculpture of a man's face believed to resemble Pharaoh Khafra on the body of a lion. We joined the crowd in giving a kiss to the Sphinx. To get as close as you're allowed, you'll walk through a temple that was built from pieces carved out of making the Sphinx. Our photo shoot around the pyramids was something we were willing to pay for. Especially since it's hard getting photos and videos of us together that's not a selfie. If this is something you wish to do, we'll put Hossam's information in the description. He punctually met up with us in front of our hotel and Ubered over to the Great Pyramid entrance. Yes, you can book an Uber around Cairo. Hossam shielded us from relentless vendors, dropped knowledge of the historical ground, and made us feel comfortable during our photo shoot. Our hotel was walking distance from where we exited, which is also an alternative entrance to the pyramids. This entrance is called the Great Sphinx entrance. We stopped at a souvenir shop to buy some papyrus artwork. On a separate day, we went back to the pyramids without a tour guide to catch the sunset. We wanted to take more photos and videos because the golden hour complementing their pyramids was an unforgettable sight. It was a totally different vibe than when we initially went in mid-morning with a tour guide. We were bothered more without a tour guide, but the key is to just say no or ignore them and look away. We spent 3 meals eating outside of our hotel. The traditional restaurant we went to for lunch was the restaurant Pyramids, right across the street from our hotel. It was highly rated on Google Maps, service was great, food was delicious, and portions were just enough. On our mixed grill plate was chicken, lamb, and beef with the side of pita bread, hummus, soup, and fresh veggies. As an appetizer, we got a plate of domas, grape leaves stuffed with rice, minced meat, veggies, and seasoning. If you're craving for non-traditional Egyptian food, like we were towards the end of the trip, check out Crispy, a mouth-watering fried chicken fast food joint in walking distance from our hotel. As a fried chicken connoisseur, we have to say, this was some damn good fried chicken. Something we wish we had eaten earlier on in the trip, so we would have known to go back and get it some other time. Listen to the crunch.
It's cheap. Whole thing in USD was about $2. If y'all ever come to Cairo, Egypt, y'all gotta check out Crispy.
Our last food experience we went to was on the fancier side. You might have heard of the Marriott Mena house and why it's become an attraction for some people. This hotel is where royalty, celebrities, politicians, and prosperous people stay when visiting Cairo. The views of the pyramids are grand and the entrance to the archaeological site is in walking distance. Instead of spending $300 a night to stay there, we ate lunch at the hotel's restaurant, 139 Pavilion, and enjoyed the views for about $40. We devoured the flavorful shish tawuk, a chicken kebab dish that came out on a mini grill, and a chicken shawarma with french fries on the side. Our mocktails of choice were called the Cinderella, orange, grapefruit, pineapple juice with grenadine, and the Aquarius, mint, lemon juice, brown sugar mixed with 7-Up. We can see how beautiful the Marriott Mena house is, but we loved our view of the pyramids and Sphinx from our $70 a night hotel. Who knows, maybe with enough manifestation, we'll make staying at the Mena house happen. Cairo was our last stop on our 2 weeks in Egypt. We didn't have time to visit the Djoser Pyramid in Saqqara, the Old City, or any of the recommended museums like the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization and the Egyptian Museum. So, if time allows, make sure to squeeze those in. If you have a layover in Cairo that's at least 7 hours during operating hours, try to get yourself to the Pyramids of Giza. No matter how many times people have raved about the pyramids, it's something astonishing you have to see for yourself. Don't forget to check out our other videos about our wonderful time in Egypt. We're sending good vibes to you all in whatever research or planning stage you're at and for your trip to Egypt.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and get notified.
Shukran!